Peace to everyone, and
Peace.
welcome to the Memoirs of a Karmic Dynasty. I am your hostess, Joy Allen, and today I have with me astrologer Ankur Joshi. And
Thank you.
um, quickly, before we get started, we have some comments I want to share with everyone. We have people who are here, and I'd like to share their comments at this time. And while we do that, again, my name is Joy Allen. You can find me on Facebook or my page, The Memoirs of a Karmic Dynasty, on YouTube. And today I would like to introduce to all of you on this special show my
Yeah.
guest, Ankur Joshi. And he is a very well spoken, well studied astrologer. And he has a very deep knowledge of the Vedic astrology. And he always has new research in the field of astrology. Um, I would like to have you all welcome him here. He has shows that he broadcasts on the television show Joy Tish Dunaya. How do you say that? And Astro and you can also find Ankur Joshi on his YouTube channel called Ankur Astrology. And you could also find him on Facebook at Astro Ankur. And he also teaches astrology on his YouTube channel. He teaches astrology on Facebook and on TV and many other places. And he also does social work, and he's always devoted to the interest of eternal religion and society. And at this time, and Ankur Joshi, if you would tell the people where they can find you and who you are.
Thank you for your welcome. Heartily, thank you. Uh, actually, you can find me on my Facebook page called Astro Ankur Joshi, and the username of my Facebook page is Astrology Ankur. And you can also find me on my YouTube channel called Ankur Astrology, ANKUR ASTROLOGY. You can find me also on my uh, YouTube channel, and you can also find me on Instagram. My user ID is Ankur Astrology. So very thank you to Joy to welcoming on your show. First of all, I would like to say uh, Jai Shri Ram, Joy. Uh, really, your voice is
Joshi Ram Ankur.
Jai Shri Ram to all my viewers and the United States, the viewers and India and all the world. Uh, actually, you invited me. It's my pleasure to come to your show. Actually, Thanks.
Gratitude. And so I know is it Astro the TV show?
Yeah,
That
it's a TV show in.
I see that's Malaysian TV show. That's in Malaysia.
It, it's a astrology TV show. Only astrology TV show.
Okay. And could you briefly tell us about the Joy Tish when it comes to Vedic astrology before we begin? And
Yeah,
how Vedic astrology is the oldest technique to predict.
yeah. First of all, I want to thank you, Joy, that you gave me a chance in your show. Thank you. I am also impressed to you that you also have a hug knowledge of astrology. You are also awesome. First of all, we will talk about what astrology is. Astrology is a technique to tell the position of planetary constellations and their movements and their relationship with we have with them. See, according to Indian astrology, we call astrology in Hindi, it is Jyotish, right? And Jyotish is made up of two words, Jyoti and Ish. Jyoti means light and Ish means God or knowledge. This means that the essence of the word of knowledge from which rays of light go out is called astrology. Joy, Vedas are considered to be the basis of Indian culture. The Veda is not only a religious book but also the first book of science in which a detailed description of medical science, physical science, chemistry, and astronomy is also available. Indian astrology is also born of Veda. It is known as Vedic astrology due to its birth from Veda. Vedic astrology is the oldest in the world. If Vedic astrology is defined, then it will be said that Vedic astrology is a science or scripture that studies the zodiac signs and constellations, along with the planets like Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and these stellar elements resides on Earth. Analyze how people are affected. In Vedic astrology, zodiac nine planets, birth sign are seen as important elements in the order of calculation. Joy, astrology is a language to read our deeds, our karma, which have been, says Muni, several thousand years ago, like says Bhrigu, like says Bhaskar, or says Parashar. Do you know that the Vedas are four, and in that Vedas, which is the sixth part of the Rig Veda, it has been called astrology. Just as we can see the movement of different things with our eyes, in the same way astrology is the medium of scripture. We can do analysis of our past and present and future, right? According to Vedic astrology, houses are fixed in the horoscope and the zodiac sign in those expressions may be different in the horoscope of different person according to their different birth time, right? Now we will discuss today that the houses of the horoscope, right, Dana?
Yes.
Yeah,
But briefly, before you continue, as you mentioned, I am familiar with Western astrology. I'm also familiar with other types of astrology, um, Vedic astrology, Egyptian astrology, there's the Chinese astrology. So I'm familiar with many types. And I wanted to bring you here today as a more direct source to share with the audience the Vedic astrology. And I'm going to ask you to share with us some information about the houses. And then I'm going to share some sources that I use myself as a student when I study. So at this time, Ankur, could you please tell everyone what the houses of the horoscope represent according to Vedic astrology?
yeah, sure. Thank you. According to Vedic astrology, houses are fixed in the horoscope, and the zodiac sign in those expressions may be different in the horoscope of different person according to different birth chart. As a round circle of 360-degree is formed around us, in the same way, in horoscope, every house has been given 30 degree in the horoscope. So the total of 12 house has been increased to 360 degree. When we when any planet will travel in any of these expressions, means these houses, then it can travel up to 30 degree in that house, that it will move in the next house. Even there it will only travel up to 30 degree, like the moon transit in one zodiac sign for 2.25 days, and there are other planets which transit in zodiacs for a different time. Joy, there are the 12 expression of the horoscope in which the secret of our life is hidden. Every sense of the horoscope represents something or the others. Now we will understand which expression represent which things. Right? They see, this is this is a very big topic, and it is not possible to understand it in just a one show. So today we will have a general discussion about only the 12 house of the horoscope, right? Now we will see the first house. Please show the horoscope. Yeah, first house. There is a the first house of the horoscope is also called Tanu Bhav because Tanu Bhav, because as it is clear from Tanu, a person gets a body with this gesture. It is called birth. The things which a man receive from birth are considered from the first sense, like caste, color, form, height, place of birth, other things at birth, etc. It is also the head of a person body. Through this gesture, the person nature, caste, age, conscience, mind, modesty, symbol, sorrow, happiness, and figure are considered. From the first house, we see how the behavior, attitude, nature, complexions, and personality of a person has. Right? Now we will discuss about the second house of the horoscope. The
Okay.
yeah,
First, what I want to share, after you share each house, I would like to share the information that I have as a student so far on each house. So
yeah,
we compare the different astrologies
yeah,
and give people more area for study. So here, I am in the United States and I am in the Midwest. I am in Indiana. And here, through the Western astrology, the information I have on the first house is it is the area of self identity. You mentioned self as well. Um, it's the symbol of how one acts in life, the image of personality as seen by others, and the attitude one has towards life. You will also have your go ahead, but that's all I want to share on that. If you would proceed with the second house, please.
yeah. The second houses of the astrology. Now we are talking about the second house. The second house of the horoscope is called the place of wealth. This house has its own special significance in any person's horoscope. The second house of the horoscope indicates the wealth that the horoscope holder can accumulate during his or her lifetime, and in addition to this, the gold, silver, diamond, gems, and other similar material collected by the horoscope holder about also tells about, right. The second house also tells about the voice of the native and his conversation skill. If anyone want to be a singer, so the second house and the second house lord should be strong. The second house also tells about our saving, our relatives, our family, and our societies. Yeah, Joy.
Okay. And in Western astrology, the second house is the area of material security and values. You mentioned finance. It rules
Yeah.
money and personal finances, a sense of self worth, and basic values, personal possessions. Also, here, if your second house is empty, that means in this life, money is not your focus. If you
No,
would,
yeah. Actually, if the second house is empty, then we will see the lord of that zodiac sign, which is in the second house, right? Then what the position of that lord? Then according to that lord, we will means say to the uh, client, right? Person. Yeah. Now we will talk about the third house of the horoscope, right? Now this house is related to our younger siblings, patience. Yeah, it's patience house, might, men's effort, short journeys, right ear and right hands, strength, brotherhood, friendship, servant, slave maid. It is also a sense of strong willpower. Ki how much did you have? How much do you have strong willpower? We will see from the third house, right? If this house is not in good condition, then the person gets less. Uh, uh, if this house is not in good condition, then the person gets less profit than his hard work. This is more struggle in life. There is more struggle in life if the third house is weak, right? Is a, we can say, it's a struggle house, right? Uh, Now we will talk about fourth house, right?
Yes.
Joy, Joy,
Yes.
this house, yeah, Joy, this house is called happiness house, right? It is a symbol of buildings, our house, removal from house, vehicle, mother, pleasure of home, house, farming are seen from this sense. The attendant of material pleasures, the feelings, the pleasure of being blessed with mother, the whole future of mother is revealed by this house. All the means of comfort, I will see whether you get the position or not. The native and the negative and positive attitude towards life is revealed here. General education, sense of mind, brand, emotionally are seen with this sense. With this gesture, we look at the chest and the lungs. This is the body part, indicates that it is related to the fourth house, right? Now, Joy,
Yes.
yeah, we will talk about to the fifth house of the horoscope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joy, fifth house is also called the sun house, our children house. This is the feeling of having children. There is a sense of education. What will be the level of education? This sense will be known. Seeing the sense of conscience, the accumulated deeds of previous birth, the love affairs with the fifth sense, the writing work also with the fifth sense. From the fifth house, the rule of royalty, ministership, knowledge of scriptures, lottery, stomach, memory are considered. Right? Whether or not, point to be noted, because it's a very big issue to the youngers, right? Whether or not we will get success in love, we also see from this house. Because I read the horoscope, the many questions are that, okay, that sir, please tell me I will get success in love or not. So it is the very important house for the love. Okay, now
Okay.
now we will discuss about the sixth house, right?
If you could, we have a comment here about a newborn baby's birth chart. Are you able to address this comment from YouTube?
uh, Durgapur, West Bengal. Actually, he he is me requesting to us that we analyze their horoscope. So we will answer that in the comment section,
Okay.
right? Ah, actually, it is not possible right now that my tablet is not free right now. Otherwise, I will give the answer.
Exactly.
I I will give the answer in the comment section, definitely. Okay.
Okay. And so far with each house, our notes agree. So I'm not going to repeat what you said. If you would continue with the sixth house, please.
Yeah, sixth house. The actually the sixth house is considered to be disease, debt, and enemy. In this sense, every type of enemies, both direct and indirect, are considered. Physical and material enemies like work, anger, item, and greed, arrogance, competition in the service sector, early stage of disease, debt, such as taking loans for living and business. The sixth sense is also the service sentiment. Mostly we see that the sixth house is strong in the physician's horoscope, means doctor horoscope. Business of lawyers is also seen from here. So, Joy, we will discuss now the seventh house. You can also tell the according to your tropical astrology, uh, uh, what says the sixth house according to you, Joy?
The sixth house, according to me, I have is the area of learning by material transaction. You mentioned the material as well. And also, it has to do with work and health and service to the planet.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's the same here, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Basically, it's the same here to the houses of your tropical astrology
Yes.
and Vedic astrology. Yeah.
Yes.
Now we will talk about seventh house of the horoscope. In this sense, in this house, we think of a life partner, his appearance, education, behavior, are all considered in this sense. Married life will be happy or there will be discard in it. Everyone thinks about it. It is a sense of partnership. In modern times, we consider the quality of trade and partnership in this sense. In this sense, the partnership of every sphere of life is seen. This is also public sentiment in democracy. If this feeling is changed in the horoscope of the leaders, then that leaders will be popular in the public. We see medium level journeys, travel for fun and travels for business, right? Now we will discuss about the eighth house. Joy, actually the eighth house is considered to be death, right? The eighth house is related to our age. We will also see how old our age will be. It is also a sense of deep research. It is also related to our low's house. If someone wants to get success in scientific or scientific knowledge in his life, if anyone want to be success in the science field, then we consider this feeling this house. uh, Even the eighth house is in the strong position, and the eighth house lord is in the strong position, then we can say a man can success in the deep studies of even the science of even the astrology, right? Joy, you can also you please also tell me that according to you what the eighth house says, because it is the very important house. From this house we can image the means age of that person, right? Uh,
Yes, I have the eighth house is the area of emotional security and
yeah,
of security of the soul.
yeah, bilkul, right, bilkul.
Yeah, and also transformation secrets, where people trust their secrets with you, and or where you can keep their secrets, and where you can
Yeah,
let go of control and simply take charge. And this is the highest aspect of this house. And it's also
yeah.
the house of joint finances. So where you are involved with other people's money. And
Yeah,
yeah, you could be great with helping others create money.
yeah, right. Uh, Now we will discuss about the ninth house in the horoscope. Uh, this sentiment is called luck. Uh, I think, according to me, it is the very important house in our horoscope, right? From the ninth house, we discuss about the teacher. Means we can say in the Hindi, guru. We can say guru, father, and people highly respected by him are considered. It is a house of father, higher education, long sea journey. We can say long trip, spirituality of a person, religion are also thought of in this sense. Spiritual trends, devotion or religion affection, learning or acquiring knowledge. Think about religious and justice related person in this sense. A good ninth house makes the horoscope very strong. Joy, it's a very important point that the luck luck is most important each and every person's life, right? And if the person horoscope the ninth house is strong, then definitely he will get success in his life. Luck always will luck always will with him, right? So a good ninth house makes the horoscope very strong because it is also related to our religion, our spiritual tenders, devotion, right? Now, according to you, please tell me the ninth house because it is a very important house, right?
Yes. According to the ninth house, this is the area of learning that shapes the identity, which you mentioned as well. It also is the house of principles, belief
Yeah,
systems, philosophy, and broad perspectives.
yeah, right. It is also related to our teacher and our respected person, right? Is in ninth house.
Yes.
Now we will discuss about the 10th house of the horoscope. Joy, the 10th place is called the place of action. This is the field of karma, we can say deeds. It's a house of profession. Those actions which are done for employment are seen from 10th house. At what age will one attend karma? What will be the area of karma? How do we use or misuse them? How and when the employment will start, whether there will be a stay in the employment or not, how much value will be found in the employment, respect of self, things are considered in this sense. The fame, honor, respect, prestige, and achievements of a person are seen from the 10th house. It is also very important house because it is related to our profession, our business, right? Now we will discuss about the 11th house. Uh, it is also called 11th house is also called Lakshmi Sthan, according to Hindi and English, the income place of the horoscope, right? It shows our income, profit, daily income, minor disease, attainment, appreciation, big brother and sister, son, pride, left ear and arms are seen from this house. Profit from business, loss, and all kind of profit are seen from this place. The deeds done by the native get credit from this sentiment, right? Now we will discuss about the 12th house of the horoscope. uh, See the Joy, actually the 12th house is the most important house after the life on the earth. It is very important actually. after attaining everything After attaining everything in our life, the attainment of salvation remains in human life. So, in the sequence of development, attainment of salvation is given a 12th house. 12th house is also known as place of enjoyment and place of expenditure. Joy, it's a house of prison, loss, expenditure, punishment, addiction, disease, hospital expenses, donation, and foreign settlement are also considered by this house. The 12th house of the horoscope is the place of enjoyment, so it shows how much happiness the native will get from his spouse. we can say bedside pleasure. So, Joy, we have completed the basic knowledge of the 12th house. I hope our viewers understand the description of the 12th house. Been Yeah,
Yeah, I think there's a great deal of knowledge that's been shared today with the houses of the astrology. And comparing the two types, there are definitely a lot of similarities. The 10th house I also have is the area of material action. The 10th
yeah,
house is also the house of your public image and where your father figure influence would come from. The 11th house is the search for social and intellectual security. And I
yeah,
also have it as the house of friends and group activities and
yeah,
humanitarianism. And the 12th house is the area of education and of emotion. And it's also the world of your subconscious, which is behind the scenes in your life working for you. And this is also the area of the house that deals with your time alone and when you daydream. And
yeah.
um, now, when it comes
Actually,
to my study of astrology, I just want to share some resources and some of my influences when I study. And people can use these, and we all have different paths when we study. So, even what I have used, when you study, you will have a different result. So first, I want to share the tarot.com website. I receive a lot of information from there when I study. Also, astrotheme.com. And there is an app. It's called Astro Matrix. I have used that as well. And pandoraastrology.com, as well as astroseek.com, transformind.com. I also have some channels that I watch, as well as the Astro Ankur, his Ankur Joshi on the YouTube now. I have in the past also watched on YouTube Dolo, the Pilot Man. Check him out. And these that I'm sharing with you, they are different types of astrology by different type teachers. So one may not work for you, and some may. So I also have studied Mr. Astro Theology, and he does a lot of mixing the astrology with religion, and so that's a good one. KRS channel, Learn Astrology, this is a great one, and as well as Maxine Taylor, and these are people are on YouTube. um
I,
Ankur
I want
Joshi,
to,
if there's something you
yeah.
want to share. Okay.
Actually, I want to say our all viewers that please support Joy, and Joy is doing a very great job that we can share the astrological knowledge on your platform. Right? It's You are doing a very great job uh, for people who is trying to get the knowledge of astrology. Yeah, you are doing great job, Joy.
Thank you. Gratitude.
Yeah,
So, and as you mentioned, and I want to thank you for being here today, and coming to share your knowledge, because it is important to me that we do not get stuck under the Western astrology, this one type of astrology. There is a ton of knowledge that's available, and I appreciate you sharing. I also appreciate you acknowledging that this cannot all be covered in one show. Astrology is a big area of study,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we've covered the houses, which is one of the basics when it comes to astrology. And I know when we talked, you also talked about the 30 degrees in each house.
yeah.
Did you want to talk about that briefly before we leave?
Oh, what? What say?
There's 30 degrees in each house. Well, each,
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, let's say, Uh, actually, we all read the science actually in the childhood or in the school life, that as a round of 360 circle, it is formed around us. We can say around the earth, right? Around the earth, a 360 degrees round circle is made, right? In the same way, in the horoscope, every house means all the 12th house means added the 360 degree, means in the same way in the horoscope every house has been given the 30 degree in the horoscope. So the total of 12th house means we multiply the 12 to 30, so it will be the 360 degree. Then our life, all life secrets is hidden in the horoscope, all the 12th house, right? And every house has been given 30 degrees in the horoscope, so the total of 12th house has been increased to the 360 degree. When any planet will travel in any of these house, particular a single house, then it can travel up to only 30 degree in that house. Okay, after they completed the 30 degree in that particular house, uh, uh, any planet, then it will be moved in the next house automatically. Okay, even there it will only travel up to 30 degree, like the moon transit in one zodiac sign to end the quarter days, and there are other planets which transit in the zodiac for a different time. If we talk about the Saturn transit in a zodiac sign and 2.5 year, right? So according to we calculate the 30 degree. Okay, means the when Saturn will travel in a zodiac sign till 30 degree, then it will move in the same house. And when will increase the degree, means we can say is the distance, right? Degrees mean distance. Hmm. So when it will increase the degree to 30 degrees, so it will move in the next house of the horoscope. Yeah,
I appreciate you sharing that.
yeah,
Okay. So we are going to close the show now, because again, this is a big subject, and houses covering those is
yeah.
enough for one show. And
It is, yeah. It is my pleasure. Uh, it is my pleasure today that I got a chance to appear on your show. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
thank you for
Jai Shri
being
Ram.
here,
Jai Shri Ram.
Joshi. And peace to
Okay.
everyone else who is here. And I will see you all, actually tomorrow, 12:30 Central Time, with Conscious or Crazy, aka Conscious Kirksey. Peace to all.
Yeah, peace.